Hello everyone. Today we will work only with Frontend and work with user list. So we will output users in the Frontend applications. So for now we have three things. One, it's a Swagger API with the user list endpoint. I even can execute and get three first users with pictures, username and others information. So then I have a brand new Angular application or web application and Ionic application, also Angular. So in my workspace I have three processes. The processes of building web application and Ionic, and the process of Django developer server. So in the Frontend folder and project folder I have three folders: mobile application, web application and core application, and I'm going to use now this application to create service which will be shared between mobile and web application. This service will get the user from the backend and put them inside the components of mobile and web applications. So I opened another terminal, change my directory to Frontend. Frontend. And using this command I create my first service in the core application. I mentioned this application by the project key. And now I see my service was created. I opened it in src lib services API service. It's just empty class decorated by injectable decorator. And now I'm going to check can I or cannot to share this service between web and mobile application and use this one service in the both sides. So I'm creating test function and we'll use this function in the mobile and web application. And in order to use it, first I need to include this service in the root module. For the web application, app module, somewhere here. Then I include it in the providers. And now I can open my component, app component, and import my service here, then include it inside constructor like a private member, and then just execute my test function. I see my builder was rebuilt, and I refresh my page and see that it works, and it means that the same thing I can do in mobile application in a similar manner. And now I'm going to use my service to make a HTTP request to my backend. But for this I need some global variable to define my server URL. This variable should be probably inside my environment, and I will create my environment inside core src, and here create new folder environment and then new file environment ts. And in this script I export constant environment and define two variables, production mode and backend URL. And now I can use this constant into my service. Imported environments. Then I need HTTP client for making the request and one small function map for the manipulation or mapping my response. I remove the test function, put the HTTP client as a private variable in the constructor. Then I define a new method, getUserList, and return this HTTP, and we're using get method. Then I define a URL from the environment backend URL. Then I use pipe operator to manipulate response, and using map I get res payload parameter. This parameter can be found in the response body, this one. So, and I will return only this part of response. Okay, now I see an error in my web application when I use test function. Okay, let me remove it. And now I will have to import my service and HTTP client module in the core module of core application. So I import client model and API service. Then I put client model in the imports list and API service in the providers list. And now I can use it in my whole core application, from every part of it. Then I need to import this core model in my one of two applications, Mobi or web. Okay, let's start with web. Start with root module of web application, app model. Here I import core model, then I add it in the imports list, and after that I don't need API service anymore here, because the service already is included in the core module. And the same thing I can do with my mobile application. I also open the root module, import core module, and include it in the imports section. Oh, sorry. And so from now on my core module is used in two apps, mobile and web. I hope, at least. But I want to check it out and use it inside my component. For example, in my app component, root component of the web application. So here I already import API service, and here instead of title I will define users list, empty list, and in the constructor I will make a request to my backend and assign the users variable. Assign a response to this variable. So using this IP service, I call the getUsersList function, subscribe on it, then define the anonymous function with the data. It will be a response, and then assign the users to the data. And now after this I have users variable inside my app component template, and I'm going to this template, remove all of them, and try to output inside divisions. I use the ng4. It's a loop over the users list, and then output the image tag, and assign src attribute to the user main photo property. Then I refresh my page and see the pictures of these beautiful three men. Now I'm gonna do the same with the mobile application. So I want to see these pictures in here, something here. I open the Mobi folder, open the app component, then import what I need. I need a service. I just copy this from here and put it inside my component here. Then I need to add it in the constructor. Then I copy paste the request and put it inside the constructor function. Of course I need to define public variable users. But when I open the template component HTML, I see only router outlet tag, so I cannot put my users here because this is routing system of Ionic, and the Ionic uses another component for this area. So I need to remove all about users from root component and put it inside folder page ts component. I copy paste, remove app service from here, then users, then constructor, and finally the request. Now I jumped into folder page template, and probably instead of it I remove it from here and print out my users. But I need to do it inside the special tags: Ionic list, then Ion item with the loop, then Ion label. This will be my photo. Let's refresh my page, and I see an error: cannot resolve all parameters for folder page. So Angular cannot create the component. Okay, let me see what's wrong. Okay, I see I made a mistake in this path, so I need to go a little bit upper because this is subfolder and the path is different from the web application. Okay, now refresh my page. Oh, okay, good. Now I see my users and then pictures. I also can print out something like username or gender, for example here. So for now we know how to share the common services between several applications, how to make a request to the server, and how to output the content in our components. And for today I'm finished. Thank you for your patience. Goodbye, see you later.